Hey guys, I'm the Bento Buster, a Kiwi in Japan, and today I'm making myself some okonomiyaki. Oh, and not just any okonomiyaki, this is an okonomiyaki with a twist. And what is the twist, you may ask? Well, I'm going to add a cup of cup noodles to this okonomiyaki and see what happens. Okay, well, I'm not sure if you've seen one of these before, but this is an okonomiyaki kitset. That's right, within this simple container you have all the ingredients you need to make a nice okonomiyaki. Yep, everything is in there. You've got your cabbage, your raw egg, your batter, and your toppings. And all you have to do is mix it together in this container and you're ready to go. But wait, one thing it does not have inside it is some Kiwi mayonnaise. I don't know about you, but I've lived in Osaka, and okonomiyaki is not okonomiyaki without some Kiwi mayonnaise on top. Anyway, by chance I do have a bottle on hand, so not a problem. And I'm sure you're familiar with this. This is the cup of cup noodles. This particular one is made by the Nissin company, and it is very spicy. In fact, it's the new one on the market. That's right, this is the new and improved version with a fancy top. Until now, the lid has had one tab and a sticker to hold it down, but not anymore. This one has two tabs, no sticker, and look, it tears very easily. I guess the big question is this a design fault, or does the Bento Buster not know the strength of his own hands? Oh, and I've just taken a quick sniff, and the aroma is super spicy. Great. And fingers crossed that I'm going to be able to handle it. We will see. Okay, now I'm going to fill these noodles up with boiling hot water and let them steep for 3 minutes. Now that's not a good start. That lid really sucks. So it looks like I've got no other choice but to use Woody from Toy Story as my cup noodle stopper. Okay, so let's see. I've filled the noodles up with water. That's good. And while that's steeping, I'm going to start mixing my okonomiyaki. And the pickled ginger is the first one into the pool, aka Betty Sugar. After that, in goes a finely diced cabbage. And I think this is a sachet of tenkazu, which is little tempura bits, and they're going to give this okonomiyaki some crunch. And now it's time for the pièce de résistance, the tempura batter. Usually you just buy the powdered form of this, which kind of looks like flour, add some water and you're good to go, but this one's pre-made, so hey, yay. Yep, very convenient indeed. And last but not least, I'm going to add one fresh egg to help bind this all together. Okay, all set, so now it's time to mix this thing together. Okay, it's all mixed, and that right there is all you need to make an okonomiyaki. But as you're well aware, I'm not going to stop there because I still have to add these noodles. So my cunning plan is to drain the noodles first, then add them to the okonomiyaki mix. How about that? Genius! The reasoning behind this is simple. At this point, the noodles are fully cooked and full of flavor. And when I combine the two, the result will be one super flavorful okonomiyaki. Let me rephrase that. One super spicy okonomiyaki that just happens to be filled with noodles. Anyway, fingers crossed that it all turns out well. Now, have you ever tried modern yaki? That's okonomiyaki with yakisoba mixed into it. With the emphasis being on yakisoba, which are actually pan-fried noodles. So yep, this is kind of like that. But like I said, I'm not using yakisoba, I am using the contents of a Nissin cup noodle. And to be more exact, very spicy cup noodles. And the texture and flavour, well, they are different. So there you go. Maybe we could just call it the cup noodle variant of modern yaki. Okay, now, admittedly, it's not too appetizing at the moment, but we haven't finished yet. Maybe it's giving you a bit of a flashback to your youth? Anyway, I digress, so get that thought out of your head. Because this is none other than cup noodle okonomiyaki. Anyway, I've oiled up my skillet. I'm going to let this cook over a low heat until it's cooked nicely on the bottom. Oh, and now we need a drum roll because now it's time to add the smallest pieces of pork belly in the world. They kind of look like eyes, and it kind of looks like Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. Anyway, the base is nice and cooked, so now it's time to flip this thing over. Yep, they've done really well with the other fresh ingredients, but they've really held out on the pork belly, haven't they? Tight, tight, tight. This is a sachet of okonomiyaki sauce, and to be honest, I don't think there's going to be enough. Pathetic. Yep, as I thought, not enough, but don't worry, I have my backup. I don't know why they skimped on the sauce, because if you have okonomiyaki, you've got to have tons and tons of sauce. Lashings and lashings of it. That's right, you need enough sauce to be able to paint it on with a brush. Okay, now that looks much better. Now it's time for the awanori. Will there be enough? And the answer is yes, there is. There is plenty of awanori to cover this okonomiyaki. And now it's time for the Kiwi mayonnaise. And if you're an okonomiyaki connoisseur, there's still one thing missing, right? Yep, have you guessed it? Bonito flakes, aka katsuobushi. Katsuobushi doesn't just taste great, it also dances if you look closely enough. Yep, it's flavorful and it gives this dish a great visual impact. Now, just take a look at that. Doesn't that look fabulous? That, my friends, is a very handsome okonomiyaki. Okay, now it's time to splice this in two and check out the insides. Now, here's a fun fact. Okonomiyaki, loosely translated, means cook what you like, which means add anything, and that's basically what I'm doing. Haha! So when it comes to adding ingredients, the sky's the limit. Okay guys, so what do you think, eh? I'll tell you what, it does look pretty good. The noodles have incorporated well with the cabbage and batter and held it together nicely. As the saying goes, the proof is in the pudding, so let's put this to the taste test. Well, that's a good sign. I can cut it nicely just using my chopsticks. It's firm, yet tender. Nice. Okay, here goes. I'm going in. Oh, now that tastes good. And yep, you know it, spicy. It's kind of reminded me of kimchi, but a lot spicier, but it's good. I must say the texture is excellent. In fact, I'm loving this texture. It's sweet, it's savory, it's creamy, and it's umami. Yep, it's okonomiyaki-tastic. And also spicy. And the addition of the noodles have given each bite a nice bounce. So the conclusion is that this experiment was a complete success. Okay guys, so next time you're making some okonomiyaki, chuck in some noodles of your choice and Bob's your uncle. Enjoy. And don't forget to add lashings of Kiwi, sauce and katsuobushi, okay? I'm the Bento Buster and I'll catch you next time.